ho, ho, ho! Good morning, people. Welcome back to MUFC Realist. Welcome back to the channel. How you're doing? Happy Friday, TGIF, and actually 2 weeks left to Christmas. Can you believe it? And today, of course, it's dominating by the big clash. The Manchester United fans are fearing. We're talking about the Battle of the Anfield, and everyone remembers the banta 7-up. Some pundits have been coming out in the ether saying that Manchester United will be ripped to shreds. Paul Merson's been speaking, Peter Schmeichel's been speaking. But wait a minute. Is it so? Or do we actually have a chance? Plus, other breaking news that we're going to discuss. Beat the press, paper talk, sit back, relax, smash the like button, hit the notification, and have a drink on your coffee or whatever you're drinking, because we will be back in 10 seconds. Here we go.
Now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world
on MUFC Realist TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
You smell that fresh brewed coffee? It is beating the press. Welcome back. Please, guys, stretch your legs, stretch your arms, get the blood flow going, because today it's going to be a jam-packed show. We're going to absolutely talking about the Liverpool versus Manchester United prediction kickoff and the team news and all that jazz. We're also going to talk about Paul Merson saying that basically Manchester United will be ripped to shreds for a high-flying Liverpool at the moment. But also, what is our legendary goalkeeper, Peter Schmeichel, saying? He just can't see it. You know, Manchester United is out of sync. Manchester United have no chance against Liverpool. Guys, you know what I mean. Why turn up to the battlefield if you can't have a chance? This is football, people. And to beat the press, of course, you got to add on Mark Nurse. Good morning, Mark. How you doing? How you feeling?
Chilling.
Have you read those
everyone.
articles? What's your feeling? Talk to us, Mark.
Well, Mick, it's a long one, like there's been the fallout from the loss. Peter Schmeichel is saying he just can't see us. We have no chance against Manchester United, and most fans, it's a struggle. Liverpool has been in fine attacking form as usual this season. They might be susceptible at the back but does United have the attacking prowess and confidence to hurt them if they get chances? That's the biggest problem. The problem is not that United won't create chances. The problem if they will take those chances, and then if they will defend well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Liverpool, if you look at how, the home form, people like Luton has been coming there, almost getting a victory. The thing is that what I admire about Liverpool at the moment is that never say die attitude. That's the thing, right? It's kind of, they stole it from Sir Alex Ferguson. They stole it like, what do you call it? The Fergie time, and they call it now the Klopp time. So this is what's irritating me, right? But I certainly think that, why slag a team if we haven't kicked the ball yet? You know what I mean? The ball is running and anything can happen. And I believe that miracles can happen. But when the odds are down, when you're underdogs, this is the time when the wounded animal is the most dangerous animal, Mark. What do you reckon?
Yeah, and I think United is a team that, funny enough, this season, they haven't been that consistent team that we saw last season that went on a 23 game unbeaten streak, and I think it's something that you need to pay attention to. A lot of fans listen to the negative side of the comments of some coaches, but if they listen to the first 15 seconds of Thomas Tuchel's response against Manchester United, he was like, difficult team to break down, very compact, a team that could always be a threat. You know what I mean? And we had, and his team had to be on their best, you know?
Yeah.
And they were lucky
And
that Manchester United didn't create as much against them. So,
true. I mean, speaking about that, like, one of our legends, Dmitry Berbatov, we love Berba, tells Manchester United stars to apologize after embarrassing Champions League exit. And that is how to move on. Apologize to the fans. Apologize and show that you are players. They are professional players.
100%.
Conduct yourself. Go to Anfield. Put in a shift. Don't down tool whatever you do. And don't throw the manager under the bus. And that's all we want as fans, Mark.
100%.
I hate to sit here on Sunday, right? I hate to sit there and watch the game and going in with the mentality to say that, oh, we're going to get battered. We are absolutely going to get smashed. What Paul Merson's saying here. What is Paul Merson saying, basically? Yeah, he's basically saying that we don't stand a chance and that Liverpool are in high-flying colors. He said that Manchester United will almost certainly be heavily defeated by Liverpool when the two sides meet on the weekend. And that is a pundit's, opinion, though, right? But we know that football is round and anything can happen, Mark.
I mean, they thought that we were going to get destroyed by Bayern in the first game. We looked to be a team that was going toe-to-toe with them. Bayern narrowly winning based off of a mistake and a penalty. You know what I mean? We scored 3 round goals. We are one of the teams that are in the list of top scorers in the Champions League with 12 goals. It's not a team that can't score goals, but they're just not showing that consistency. And I agree with Paul Merson to an extent. Liverpool is high flying. They've been scoring goals for fun right now. But at the same time, as a Manchester United fan, as a Manchester United great, I'd have to side with Dimitar Berbatov, because although he says the players need to apologize to the fans, his take is that the players need to come out, dig their teeth in, and fight. Show that they have caliber, show that they have pride in their shirts, in their numbers, and those names on their back in front of the away fans, and fight. Whether we lose 1-0, 2-1, or we win 1-0, or we get a 1-1 result. Maybe we might even sneak a 2-1. You never know. You
never know. You never know. This is heavily dominated by the Beat the Press today. And we're going to talk about Manchester United starting 11 versus Liverpool, Harry Maguire injury latest, and predicted lineup against the confirmed team news. So basically, I'm keen to find out what's going on with Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, since they came off. Will they be fit to play? And we know that Bruno Fernandes is going to miss out. And I guess we will find out today in the manager's press conference. Or is that embargoed?
I think it might be an embargoed section today, because the manager is one of those, when disappointing results like this, where I believe, from my perspective, he set up the team with the right tools to get themselves in a position to win the game, and they just flat. I think he's going to be a little bit ruthless this weekend. I think it's the training this week would have been, it might have remained light, but his words would not have been filled with kindness. It would have been filled with sternness, because it's disappointing. You know what I mean? Like, the guys literally played a similar game to what they played against Bournemouth. They were just a little bit more compact. You know what I mean? They're not showing, some of these players are not showing that concentration and focus.
Concentration focus is key. 100%.
You know what I mean?
See people are, I know what you mean, but I can see people in the VR room are waking up and having concentration and focus. So big up Luan France coming in here. Good morning, Mick. And good morning to you, Mark, as well. I guess good morning to you, Luan France, all the way from Canada. Eva Bossage from Australia saying we need to be more than a miracle. Yeah, miracles can happen. Miracles can happen. What are you saying here? Tuchel were guessing us up. Well, it looked like they were having a little bit of a practice. They was cruising in the second gear. And, I don't know, man. I don't know. But compactly speaking, Evo, we did look okay. The shape looked okay. But the only thing was wrong was that we didn't attack. We were more focused on defending than actually going for it. And I think that going away to Anfield I think we will play a compact diamond, right? Or 4-3 diamond or 4-2 diamond, right? We will see, because it's so important to close off that midfield, right?
I don't really agree with playing a diamond. I think the manager should just stick to his style. I think we should go there as a
Or you will be
team and play
slaughtered.
our style.
You'll be
And the
slaughtered.
players have shown that they can play that same system with compactness against
It,
Bayern. You know what I mean?
but
Bayern had to work
listen,
hard to score the
yeah,
goal.
I don't agree with you, but if you do that, you'll be absolutely what Paul Merson say, ripped to shreds.
No, I
And
think it's a matter of intensity. I think if the players get the right intensity and they are concentrated and focused, I think they will play well. Like people forget that, we could always turn around and say, look, Manchester United haven't beaten a top team away in 2 years, but we've beaten them
Mhm.
at home last season. So it's easy to say the negative bits and
It
then
is,
forget the positive parts.
yeah,
But if Man City dropped us home and away last season, then and every single
true,
top team dropped us home and away last
yeah,
season, we wouldn't finish
yeah.
third.
We wouldn't, but it's a different season. Jale Mamin is saying the pundits are right to say that we'll be ripped apart. We have not won away against the top 9 team. I think it says times, but it says team in 2 years. United are a shadow of themselves, and we just have no identity at the moment. In a way, yes, but this spell needs to be broken, and this is what I said. Like, why slag a team if you haven't kicked the ball yet? So the manager, the players that will be picked against Anfield needs to show character, needs to go in there and fight. Don't let us be embarrassed with another 7-0 or what Paul Merson's saying, where we were ripped to shreds, or even what ex-goalkeeper legend Peter Schmeichel saying he can't see it. So that's already, fans and media and pundits are already like, passing the verdict, right? And this is the best result because nobody then have expectations on a team. So if we then go and get a result, people go, wow, what a victory. Wow, what a performance. And that's the game. That is the game, people. That is the game. Ivo Boss is saying, why do you feel Erik Ten Hag is going to drive the team bus on the field? Do you think he's going to park the bus? Is that what you're saying, Ivo? Why do you feel Erik Ten Hag is going to drive the team bus on the field? I didn't really understand. Did you understand this, what Ivo is saying?
Yeah, I don't know if he thinks he's going to park the bus against Liverpool, but I think he didn't park it against Bayern Munich. He's definitely not going to park it against Liverpool. I think
Okay.
the compare and contrast on different teams are like weird, like people say Man City are levels above every single team in the Premier League, yet they're languishing in fourth. They lost to Aston Villa, they lost to Arsenal. You know what I mean? I would say those 2 victories. I would say the better loss was against Villa because they played better football. Against Arsenal, they look like flat, like United. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I hope that
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like we are not that team that was ready to compete for a league title this season. So
No,
we
we're
were not
not.
that
No, we're
team
not.
that needed a striker like Harry Kane. Everybody could say we want Harry Kane, we want Ivan Toney, but if you look at the way they play, you might think that they suit the system, but Erik Ten Hag doesn't want a striker who drops deep. He wants a striker who plays as a focal point and is a fox in the box at the same time.
Yep.
You know what I
People
mean?
joining in from Twitter, big up for you. I can see
Big
you.
up by Kai
Baikai
and
join from
raging
Twitter.
bat GTTO.
Yeah. Big up for you. People that's joining on Twitter, welcome. And people that's joining on YouTube, welcome as well. People joining from wherever you are watching, welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, Mark, at the end of the day, look, there's one player that we should look after, and this is Mo Salah. He's got a impeccable record against Manchester United. Played 12 games against United, 12 goals, 4 assists, and 6 wins. So that's pretty much every game he played, he scored.
Yeah.
Every game he played, he scored. Just look at this record again. Mo Salah. I mean, in a way, he reminds me of Krusty the Clown, with his haircut. Like, when is he ever going to get a haircut? Sorry.
We call him Mo Salad anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we do.
I mean,
We do.
he's a good player. He's one of those players that came into the league as a young player. He didn't have a good first 3 seasons at Chelsea. He went on to Roma. He did okay. wasn't sure where his career was going and suddenly ended up at Liverpool. And then his everything changed. His trajectory went straight up through the roof. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like, for me, I think he's the danger man. I also think Dominic Szoboszlai is like a big problem for us. But if
Yeah.
we can hold him down in the midfield, then I think we'll do fine. Because Dominic
Yeah.
Szoboszlai is the guy that picks up most of their
100%. 100%.
interceptions. He picks up most of their second balls.
Yeah.
He's that guy that
Dominic
drives their
Szoboszlai.
midfield forward. Hmm?
Yeah, this is a Talk Sports predicted lineup for Liverpool, so we can have a look at that one. They predict Alisson in goal. Tsimikas is a decent fullback. I like him. Van Dijk is Van Dijk. Konate is Konate. Alexander Arnold is on form at the moment, and there's rumors to say that Marcus Rashford will start to pinpoint Alexander Arnold back, because one thing that Alexander Arnold is dreading is the pace of Marcus Rashford. Midfield, though, what they're predicting is Szoboszlai, which is one of the surprise of the season. I really like Szoboszlai. Endo is Endo, and Harvey Elliott. Is that a good midfield?
I think our midfield would be a stronger midfield three than that midfield three, because I don't think Endo is better than Amrabat. I think Amrabat has the physicality on Endo and a little bit better progressive passing. I also think that Bruno is a better 8 than Harvey Elliott or Szoboszlai, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, Bruno is
Szoboszlai,
not playing, obviously. Yeah,
he's not playing, so we're definitely going to have a changed midfield. I don't know if Christian Eriksen is available. He was supposed to be fit this
I
week
don't know.
and
I
back
don't
on
know.
grass, but there was
It's
no
too early.
announcements,
Right.
so
No.
we're not sure. So
Same
maybe you
with
might
Mason
see,
Mount is back in training, but there's nothing. Right.
yeah.
It's going to be
So
interesting.
you never know, because like, who knows what he's gonna do right now? Maybe you might see Pellistri drop into the 10 role, or you
Yeah.
might see, you know, some other player drop into that role, like Anthony Martial. Like, I mean, I'm not a fan of his performances a lot this season. I think one game where he certainly did well, he contributed to a goal, won a penalty that was against Everton. I think maybe he plays Martial behind Hoyland. You know, you keep
Oh
Anthony on the right.
no.
I think Anthony will have the better of Smikas.
Oh, now
I think
we're
he's
throwing
definitely
everything
going
in
to
the.
destroy Smikas on that
Yeah,
wing.
now we're throwing everything into the bag. Big up Stuart, joining from Twitter as well.
Big up
In a
Stewart.
universe, Eva Boss is saying, in a universe is a midfield with McHaggis in it, a better midfield. Who's McHaggis? Haggis. Oh, Scott McTominay. Haggis. Yeah, I get it. I get the banter.
Yeah,
But
I
anyway,
don't think I'd like to see McTominay in this game. I honestly have been
obviously.
thinking it would be nice to see Hannibal Mejbri play a
Okay,
game or two.
we
And
see. We see.
one of this kind
But
of game
listen,
is a good game for Hannibal.
yeah. So they predicted 11 with the up three fronts is Diaz, Nunes, and Salah. And as I said, Salah, impeccable record against Manchester United, loves to score goals. 12 games played against United, 12 scored, 6 assists. And Darwin Nunes is Darwin Nunes, and Diaz has not been in form pretty much. So, having to say that, guys, Mark, how would you line up, knowing that they might line up this way?
I would put Amrabat in the middle. I would definitely either put him next to Hannibal Mejbri, or maybe a Kobe Mainu, but play Mainu as the 6 and Amrabat as the 8. So that way Amrabat could provide cover for Mainu and he could go forward. Mainu could still make some deep line break passes, in different stages of the game.
Sorry for interrupting. This was from yesterday, Coach Kojo's 11. So I will now rename this to Mark's 11, right? So I give you a clean slate on this one. So Kojo picked yesterday Onana, Harry Maguire, Rafa Varane. We don't know. I think Maguire will be out. Luke Shaw he's out from hammies. So if they're out, do you think they will play?
I think they're not going to play. I think they're injured. I think the
So
more
let's start with
important
Luke
is
Shaw.
getting them fit. So
okay,
I would actually put Diego Dalot there.
Okay, Diego Dalot. Okay, makes sense.
1L.
Yeah, Diogo Dalot.
Yeah, and I
Maguire, you will
probably,
put
if he's not
Lindelof.
there, then I'll put Johnny Evans there because I think Johnny Evans and Diego Dalot had a very good game against Bayern,
Not
playing
Lindelof
on
as
the
a
left. Hmm?
left-footed.
Hmm?
You would not play Lindelof as a left-footed.
No, no, I wouldn't play Lindelof there because
Johnny Evans
this is
against
not a
Liverpool.
game where you want to have a game of control in the back, and I
Okay, this
think
is
you
your
would rather
11.
Dalot to be doing all the mop up work
Right.
in that area
Okay,
of
so
the left quadrant of the field.
this is your 11. I'm not going to interrupt with you. This is your 11, and I want to speed up the process. So Amrabat, you said there, but you would rather play than Kobe Maino as a deep playing.
Yeah, I'll switch Kobe Manu and Amrabat around. I would take Mount off and put on Medjbury
Matchbury,
and
okay.
Pellistri.
Yes. And Pellistri. That's very expensive. So drop McTominay.
Yeah.
Do you ever think that the manager is going to drop McTominay? Maybe this is
I,
not a game for McTominay. This is a game for McTominay to come off the bench.
maybe either Pellistri or Anthony I would put in that starting role off that
I
right,
think he will
because
play Anthony.
yeah, well then drop Anthony in. No H.
I know. Anthony it is then.
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka
But then
stays
I would
because of a
play a
different
4-3-3 because I think you need to stick with his principles.
Rashford.
Yeah, well, I guess you're gonna put him there. Hoyland in the middle, Anthony up on the right, Kobe deep,
Kobe deep, yeah.
Amrabat to the left, and Medjbury as the 10. If not
10 work.
Medjbury, you could
Donny van de
probably even
Beek.
put Pellistri there because I think Pellistri has all the talents to be
What about Donny van de Beek?
Well, the thing is with Donny is like I don't know what's going on with Donny this season. You know what I mean? It's just not been happening for Donny this season, and like I would like to see him, but who knows what's going to happen if he's going to get a run out. Like if Donny plays at the 10, it's a different game. You know what I mean? Because Donny makes the moves. He's got those movements like that.
The number 10 should be
win
more
you,
of
that
a
could win
creative.
you a game, huh?
Yeah. But the number 10 should be more creative. And do you reckon the Hannibal Medjbury has that creativity? I mean, we don't have
That's the
Ericsson
thing.
in there.
I haven't seen enough creativity from Hannibal to say he's creative. I think he's energetic. I think he could carry the ball. I think he could play some passes through the lines. You know, he has a good control ability of the ball. So when he receives it, if he's got under pressure, he could tap it back one time to the player. He doesn't try to take it on. Sometimes he makes decent decisions, and he has a good shot on him. So
yeah,
I think to say Hannibal Medjbury creating as a 10, I think you'd have to see more of it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mark Nurse 11 he picked. Let us know if you agree. Drop a comment in the video below, in the description below. Let's move on as well. Read the room. Carlos is saying here, good morning, everyone. As long as we don't get smashed and show some fight, I'll be happy with that. I'm sad to say we are not what we once was. 100%. Thank God.
100%.
Thank a lot, Glazers. Scumbags. Sorry. YouTube algorithm. What you're seeing here is Ivo Bosic. Bayern perform was toothless, one-shot target in all game. By Shaw, an attack was a joke. And this is what we have to change. So basically, this lineup is more of a hit him on the break kind of thing. I think that we need to understand, like, you know, this might be the Liverpool's lineup, how they're going to sort of line up. Szoboszlai, Endo in the midfield, and Elliott. So in midfield, it's okay. McAllister is out. And your reason is to pick Amrabat, Kobe Manu. I agree with that. A double pivot with Medjbury. So fine. I'm happy. Let us know, guys, what you think as well. Let's see. Liverpool lost yesterday. We know, but that was away.
They played a second 11.
Yeah, that was the second 11, and basically this is Anfield. And by the way, they open up a new section, and they sold already 56,000 tickets. So they're up for the fight. Good morning to you, George Best, all the way from New York.
What's up, my guy?
Nice. Yeah, from USA as well. 5:24 a.m. That's dedication. Good morning, Brooklyn, USA, New York. How you doing, my friend? Listen, all right, guys. What else?
Well,
Score
you have to
prediction.
mention there's a few interesting reports
Oh
about
well,
right
gotta
now
go with the
about
score prediction as well,
before
because
we do the
you
score
didn't.
prediction. Like did you hear that Manchester
Let's
United
do
is
the score
planning
prediction.
to move some players on?
Yeah. At the end of the day, we got to do the score prediction here as well. And you know, what we usually do here is the let the faith decide. And 1-0, 1-1, 2-0, 2-1, 2-2, 3-1, 4-1, 3-0, 4-0, 7-0. And the reason per se, Mark, is we don't want to jinx it. Right. Let the Lady Fortuna do his cause. Footballing gods, here we go. What's your score prediction, Mark? Do you want to say it or do you want to leave it to faith?
Well, I actually think, it's funny. Like, I actually think United could probably get a result if we play compact in moments and expansive when we get chances. Like, we've seen the team play open this season and they scored 3 goals on average in the Champions League. And then we've seen them play compact where they, they kept it tight. So if we could alternate and find a balance between playing open and compact in the game on Sunday, I think
Yeah.
we might just come out with a 1-1 draw. We might sneak a draw at the end, or you never know. It's a derby game where it's the league
Anfield.
rivals, and form goes out the window for those kind of
All
games.
right.
So you never know.
So let's go, people. Let's let Lady Fortuna has its say. Guys, I'm nervous. I don't want to have a spanking, but I let footballing gods decide. Let's go. Come on, United. 3-0. Jesus Christ. 3-0. Is it for Liverpool or is it for Manchester United?
Well, Liverpool at home, so if 3 in front of the 0, then you know what kind of problem that is for United this weekend.
Okay. Oh, well, this was a warm up session. The spin the wheel, the fortune wheel needs to be warmed up as well. So let's do another one to be fair, right? Let's have two. And please don't let it be 7-0. Come on. Give us a fair result. 4-0. Oh my God. 4-0.
Yeah, Mick,
Close the shop,
you
Mark.
gotta rotate those scores because all those scores are for the home team, and we're
Close
not
the
the
shop.
home team.
Close the shop. 3-0,
Close
4-0.
the shop, Mick.
Maybe for Manchester United. Anyway, Mark, good done. Thank you so much. But what else is going on in the kitchen? We have Rush Maynard saying, just play McTominay as striker and keep him away from the midfield. 100%. Jarvis Cocker is in the house saying, good morning to you, Jarvis. How you doing? George Beshley, Matt Rush, Ivo Royden, and all the rest of your legends. Listen, I have football philosophy. Phil is in the house as well. Get up, Phil Standish.
Morning, Phil. How
Who
you doing,
is the
bro?
back four,
Who's the
though?
back four? The back four is gonna be a bookie one this week, man. I think it's gonna be maybe Diego Dalot, Johnny Evans, Varane, and Wan-Bissaka playing off the right. The only difference is it's weird. It's a weird one with Wan-Bissaka, you know, like he's been playing so
Wan-Bissaka.
well, and to make that mistake in the last game, it's hard. I feel bad for him, you know.
Yeah, I do. I do. We
So
just have to go there, show some fight, people. We do have to show some fight. Something that came up on my radar, thanks to Jarvis, was a tweet to come out to say that no other than Luton Town is interested to have Facundo Pellistri on a loan from January. I said to Jarvis, oh, well, that's not good. And Jarvis said to me, well, that's actually a good idea because he needs minutes. But
yeah,
on
he
the other
needs
hand,
minutes.
yeah, he does. He does. But then on the other hand, I was thinking, well, hang on a second. We have, Amad Diallo that's apparently fit. And maybe he fancies Amad Diallo more than Pellistri. What's your thoughts and feelings, Mark? Do you reckon it's a good idea to loan him out
I
to
think
Luton
it's a good
Town? He's
idea
in the Premier
because
League.
at the end of the day, you want to see Pellistri develop as a player, and sitting on a bench training every week, that's not development. That's just training. You know what I mean? He needs to
Mm.
play game time and actually do it in a game. It's the same thing with Ahmad. And I think Ahmad spent his time on loan last season, and Pellistri got a lot of game time. He got some game time last season at United. So it's Pellistri's turn to go and get week in, week out game time, which I think he will definitely get at Luton. I think he will start for Luton. You know what I mean? And you can see him develop, and then you would get to see Ahmad get some game time going on to the end of the season. Maybe the manager has decisions to make, And
Mm.
it's not it's better when you have all the decisions made for you, when players come out and they show their stuff. You know, I would like to see more of Ahmad, but I'm not sure if his best position is off the wing. I think his best position might be sitting behind a striker in the 10. That's just me.
Oh, fantastic, guys. Anyway, guys, Jarvis is saying Pellistri, what you're saying here, needs to play. Luton is the perfect move. I think it is. I mean, Luton is the Premier League. No expectations. Just go there and play ball. But at the end of the day, I'm tired of Manchester United being a library FC, loaning up players. We need to sell, apparently, and according to we are out the Europa League. We have no money. We're losing out 75 million in revenues, and hopefully they will force the Glazers' hand because we need to sell to buy, and according to the financial fair play as well. And this is a big loss, to be honest. I don't see us doing any business in January. I don't see it at all. I don't know what you say, Mark. What's the rumors on the transfer market?
There are some reports that we might be interested in Kefram Turam from Nice, but there are also
Okay.
reports that we're interested in Jean-Claire Todibo from Nice. So I'm not too sure. Both players would probably cost us to the round of 70, 80 million to get the pair. And that's if we get them for a very decent price. And we know our negotiation team isn't the best. So, I would keep my eyes on the targets that seem to cost less and might be a little bit more of a risk, but no risk, no reward. So they might be going after Serge Durasi from Stuttgart. The striker has been scoring lots of goals. He's 27 years old at the prime age. He's in the prime of his career.
Yeah.
He's already leading the scoring in Bundesliga.
Cool.
So I think that might be an option. He's at 17 million euros. There's also
Okay.
Marcos Leonardo at 12 million euros from Brazil, the youngster, another youngster, but this youngster is more experienced and, has scored 37 goals in 40,
Yeah, we've
43
spoken about
games.
Leonardo. He's a very exciting attacker. There's also a surprise for number Mason Greenwood as well. That there's rumors that Manchester United will take him back in January, and rightfully so. He's doing well, and I don't have any moral compass. I don't have any beef in it. But in order also to do so, I just want to bring this to what Paper Talk is saying here. That Donny van de Beek is expected to leave after a nightmare spell in the Premier League, and talks has been held over loan exit to Eintracht Frankfurt. So maybe that is something we are working on. We give you Donny van de Beek and you give one of yours. It's like a loan swap deal, right? Jadon Sancho is also falling out with Ten Hag, and there's been rumors to say that he wants to get back into the team but refuses to apologize. The same old. Elsewhere, Rafael Varane and Casemiro has also been linked of leaving, but I don't think they will in January. I don't know. Martial deal as well. It's been reported that the contract will not be extended, but Real Betis are interesting to have him in January if he breaks his contract. So in order to move in the January market, we need to do some miracles. I believe we're going to do a lot of loanies. I don't believe we're going to buy anyone, because January is never the buyer's market. It's always the seller's market. I mean, it's the buyer's market, not the seller's market. They're going to ask a lot of money for it. But I don't know. It's the transfer window opens very soon.
Very soon. It opens in 2 weeks, and there's
2
lots
weeks.
to do. And for me as a United fan, I would like to see some outgoings. You know what I mean? For me, I'm not too pressed if we purchase a lot. Maybe if we get 2 good loans to fill some spots, like in defense, that would provide us with proper cover of a decent quality. I think that might be positive for the team. Maybe if we could get our hands on maybe Loran and a Marcus Leonardo or Serge Guirassy, I think it will benefit us, because then we would have a striker with more experience that could kind of show Hoyland, listen, this is what you do, bro. You know what I mean? Give him
I know
some
what you mean.
backup. And
I know.
yeah,
Rush
we
Maino is
call
coming back
Alvaro
to say,
Fernandez, like Ivo Bosic is saying, because I think it's time.
Rush Maino is coming to say, Aaron back. He reckons that Van Bissaka going back a little bit, because we're going to backtrack on the chat as well. Because thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And YouTube has kind of changed a little bit of the functions. So when you do hit notifications, always check your subscription if it's personalized or when you want to receive notification. Apparently, we're not the only channel that's been suffering. A lot of fan channels around has been suffering with the same. So please check your settings as well, like, to have it personalized or how you want to have your notification. That's the way it crumbles. What are you saying here? Football philosophy, which is Phil Standish. I agree with those four. It's basically going to your back four as well. Pellistri, what people are saying, that they agree with the loan move. And that's about it. We have Lee Laird to come in here and say, flying high Liverpool, I guess. Not really. Are they flying high?
I mean, it's prospectively speaking, Liverpool are doing well in the Europa League, but that would be expected. I mean, it's the Europa League, and at the same time, we're not in Europe. We're not in great form, so it's one of those things where it's just
that's
tough.
coming back to Paul Merson saying, "Oh, we will be ripped to shreds." But I keep saying, football is round. Anything could happen. We just have to wait and see, Mark. We just have to wait and see. Anyway, George Bestie, what you're saying here, good morning to you. It surprised me that there's never mention of a young centre-back coming through the academy.
Bestie, it's hard to tell you anything about that right now, bro, but I could tell you this much. We don't have anyone that's physically ready to make that challenge. The one or two guys that we have of age that are physically at the level, they're technically terrible. You know what I mean? So like Willie Kambala, he has a lot of work to do. He has all the size and the fitness to make the step up, but his maturity in reading the game and his ball playing ability is left to be seen.
Okay.
He's been very disappointing this season.
Rushman is saying we need an old striker here and to cover in the midfield. Football philosophy saying few curveballs here. Onana, Dalot, Evans, Varane, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro, Maino, Garnacho, Van de Beek, McTominay, Anthony Hoyland. Good morning to you, Craig Warby. Good morning, Emmanuel. Just joined from Twitter. We are on the final verse of the chapter of the Bible here as well, as we're about to close the shop. Usually we would like to do 35 minutes in the morning, give you a little bit of the paper talk, beat the press, what's been on. Nothing really, on the agenda more than the urgent matter that we are playing Sunday, and most people feeling the PTSD and the fear. But I would say, have no fear. If you're going to battle, prepare for war. And that's what we should do. Right, Mark?
Most certainly. I actually would like to see a cheeky Rabiot come in on loan for a year or two.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of people may not like Rabiot because of his mom. But
dude, you have to call Veronique. John Mert has been there twice, swiping left on Tinder. Like, going on those dates doesn't help. Like, she's
he needs a different tact. He needs a different tact, man. You know what I mean?
100%.
I would like to see I'm one of those fans that I'm for football. If Sancho apologizes, I would love to see him in the team, but only if he apologizes. And like Rushmano is saying, we have to check out which players are available for loan.
Yeah,
and contracts ending next summer.
Yeah, Rushmano is saying check out what players are available for loan and have the contracts ending next summer. It's the market we have gone into before. Uncle Iggy, maybe. I'm done with those Weghurst and Iggy's, man. Seriously.
I think we could have kept Sabitzer, in my honest opinion. I think we could have kept Sabitzer. I think he would have done us proud. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you know how it goes. It's a difficult one.
Good morning, Vietnam. It's Craig Warby, you're a funny guy, okay?
Big one, Craig Warby.
Just said it. Humble greetings from Ghana. We have people tuning in all over the world from Twitter.
Big up to Emmanuel Tafor.
Africa. And please, wherever you're watching, tell other friends to tune in. We are on a path for 20,000 subscribers by the end of this year, hopefully. And please,
hopefully,
like and subscribe as per usual. It's free, guys. It's free. Rabiot, what are you saying? Rushmano is a pure mercenary.
Check Rabiot's stats last season. Check him the stats before and check him the stats before that. Come back and tell me.
But Premier League is a different thing. Manchester United is a different thing. We've seen the players come to Manchester United and they regress. They don't progress. Managers also regress. But
Rabio
Yes.
is one of those players for me, Mick, that reminds me of those old school players that back themselves to do well. They always come into games with that grit, that determination, that fight. This is the kind of energy you want in your squad. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And even if it's for a year, I think it will improve some of the younger players we have at the squad to have a player with his ability. You're talking about a
okay.
World Cup winner, a Euro Cup winner. You know what I mean? This guy's won things.
Yeah, Jarvis is saying here, players out are more important than players in. 100%. 100%.
100%.
And I applaud you for that, Jarvis. Here's your applause. And here's your bomb.
And here,
And it won't stop clapping. It won't stop clapping because guess what? At the end of the day, we got to stop Krusty the Clown. How are we going to stop him? 12 games played, 12 goals, 4 assists, 6
stick the low on that
wins.
dude, man.
Stick the low on him.
I think Delo will handle him. Like, I mean, he's really good, but I think the fact that Delo has a decent engine. He runs for like 78 minutes of a game, and I think he will handle Salah. I think so. I think he could keep him,
Yeah, we can
at least
isolate.
keep him down for the first half. If we could keep
Yeah.
Salah out of the game for the first half, and the attackers could find proper decisions and chances
Guys,
and be clinical, we could
yeah.
have a game. We could have a
Sorry
game.
for the disclaimer. I don't mean to be any disgruntled or everything, but if I have this weird notion every time I see Mo Salah, it reminds me of Krusty the Clown with that haircut. Hey, what's up, Doc? You know what I mean? So I'm just
I think
wondering
Craig
when
Werby agrees with you, man.
Krusty the Clown. Yeah. So I'm always thinking when you're gonna get a modern haircut, like you look a little bit like Krusty the Clown haircut, like this side hair sticking out and this up here. If you're talking about Alvaro Fernandez in every game, he's the best left back we have, in my opinion. I agree with you. Bring Alvaro back from loan, and Evo. It's a core of the same players. Ten Hag will stick to the plan. McTominay 100% will start, but Jarvis Cocker is saying, and oh my God, that is the fact. That is the fact. The only way to find out, check the manager's press conference. Are we going to do it?
Didn't McTominay play in the game that we did beat Liverpool last season? Or
Probably
was it
did.
Casemiro?
Probably
Because I
did.
think McTominay played in that game and he had a worldly in the game. I think he was one of the reasons why we beat Liverpool in that game. That's just
True
what
that.
I can remember really well.
Guys, it's been a pleasure. It's been 40 minutes talking Beat the Press with me, myself, and Mark. I don't have anything else unless something else comes up. Majority of what we've been talking about is pundit. Majority of the fan base are thinking we're going to capitulate and have a 7-up and we're going to be ripped to shred to pieces. Paul Merson's been saying that as well. Just to show you what Paul Merson is saying, you don't believe it. Thinks we're going to be ripped to shreds. Even one of our legends is saying he can't see it either. And we're talking about Peter Schmeichel's been coming out to say, basically, I just can't see it. Out of sync. Manchester United had no chance against Liverpool. And this is football. This is what I like when we are underdogs. Nobody expects us to win. Fan base are down tooling. And this is what I say. A wounded animal is the most dangerous animal that could strike. So the ball is round. Anything can happen. Let the fate do its cause. But all we want to do is like Braveheart, face painters like Mel Gibson, get on the horse and shout, "You can't take our lives, but you can't take away our freedom." Let's go to war, people. Hope you are doing well. Nicky Cardigan, big up coming in late. We went into the 0-7-0 full confidence, so you never know. 100%. Big up for all of you for tuning in, Mark. What's the plan for the rest of your Friday? TGIF, thank God it's Friday.
Happy hour tonight with Poppy. Definitely
That's
on
it.
the cards.
Happy hour. Puppy hour, yeah. Good stuff. Guys, have a beautiful rest of your Friday. Looking forward to speak to you very, very soon. It's been Mick Ruby here with the Beat the Press together with my co-host in the morning here, Mark Nurse. Mark, have a lovely, lovely Friday.
Same
And
to
don't
you, Mick.
freeze.
Big up to the
Cold.
chat, everyone. I hope you enjoy your
Big up to
day.
the chat. Thank you.
Tough weekend
Enjoy
ahead.
it. Yeah,
That's a
we'll
Reds
be
go
there.
marching on.
We'll be there covering it. Win, draw, win, lose, or show, what we say.
Win,
He's
lose, or
not
show.
playing.
We will be there.
So we see if we do the manager's press conference. If it's not live, it's embargoed. What's the point? Because what we want to hear is the injury updates and the team news. So if you can find out if it's live or if it's embargoed. If it's live, then we're definitely going to do it, right?
Definitely.
Okay. But guys, we are not doing any more streams for today unless it's the manager's embargo. I'm having a little bit of time off to chill, recharge my batteries for the battle we are going to war, people. Thank you for watching and have a beautiful, beloved Friday. Thank you. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.